Good afternoon, this is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Crosswords Live. We are here today with our special guest, Lisa Birnbach. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you, Deb.
It's really great to have you here. Lisa is was the co-author of the Preppy Handbook, which was everybody's Bible in the 70s or 80s? 80s, yes. And is a journalist and the podcaster the host of a wonderful podcast called 5 Things That Make Your Life Better, which we love. We're big fans because, you can't get enough positivity these days.
No.
We have a special puzzle today. We've been hearing on Wordplay that people are finding it difficult. We've been hearing on social media that people have also been finding it difficult. And we're going to work our way through the puzzle with Lisa, who has not done it yet. So let's
play 2.
Let's play 2.
3.
Sam, today's puzzle is by Amy Lucido, who is a good friend of the Crossword.
Good member of the Crossword tribe.
Yes.
This is her 5th puzzle for the Times. She also is a regular crossword constructor for the New Yorker and the American Values Club Crossword, both excellent venues.
And she just wrote a book.
Yeah, Emmy and the Key of Code.
Love that book.
Middle grade lit.
Yeah, young adult, middle grade. Wonderful book written in a very unusual format, but I love it. So if you have a middle schooler or even a high schooler and you want them to read a really terrific book about a young girl who finds herself through coding, Emmy and the Key of Code is available where all literature is sold.
Amy, if you're with us, come say hi too.
Yes, absolutely. I invited Amy Lucido. Now, the interesting thing I find is Amy had a puzzle a few months back this year, but there was like a 7-year gap in between.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was really odd.
She's back. She's
back.
She's here to stay. We have more of her in our files too. So.
I think so. Well, that's great. It's good to know that she's back. Now, Lisa, you have been, how long have you been solving crosswords?
The truth is that I never got the pleasure of crossword puzzles. My mother used to do the Sunday puzzle in ink, and I would look at it and think, why would anybody do this if you don't get graded for it? Right. It felt like homework without the reward of the gold star. So I never did it. And then I discovered when I was maybe taking a subway or something that there was this thing called a game called the Spelling Bee.
Not a very old game, but a very much beloved game, edited by somebody that we know very well.
Yes. Who's wearing plaid. And honestly, my morning routine involves doing the Spelling Bee first thing.
Right.
Wonderful.
Or close to first thing.
Same thing. I open my eyes, I click onto Spelling Bee.
I sometimes I try it without coffee. It depends how impatient I am. But anyway, I love the Spelling Bee. And then when I work the Spelling Bee until I get genius. Wow. A couple of days ago, I would have been Queen Bee, but I find that level of performance to be annoyingly smug. I don't need that.
That's why we hide it.
Exactly. For those of you who don't know, one of our newer games, besides the Crossword and the Mini, is a game called Spelling Bee. If you are a subscriber to the Crossword, it's available to you on the main puzzles page. It's not in the app yet, but it is on the web. And it's the same Spelling Bee that runs in the magazine, except you can do it on your phone.
You can do it on your phone, slightly different rules too.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it digitally, you have a dictionary, you have an answer list that you work against rather than adding your own words. Well,
what?
Meaning that things are either right or they're wrong.
Right.
When you're working it
it's
online.
Not like you can see the answers.
No.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. There are some people who are amazingly good at it on Twitter. Shout out to Deb Coker and Daryl Sung, who has just had his wife has just had a baby. So congratulations to you. And anyway, that's enough insider baseball. Let's talk about the puzzle. Now, you are a relatively new solver.
So I'm a new solver, and I started out only doing Mondays.
Yes.
Then
which is the way you start.
Well, who knew that? And then I moved to Tuesdays and also had great feeling of success and smugness that I previously denounced.
Don't undervalue smugness.
Well, it's not my favorite quality of myself anyway.
And, we like you feeling proud of yourself, though, when you're done with puzzles.
Again, that's
the part of it.
But a Tuesday puzzle, which I think is was such a big deal. I got mocked by a friend who said, "Oh, I don't even bother with Monday and Tuesday."
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. There are some people who skip the early week puzzles because they're not enough of a challenge. I personally think I
do them blindfolded, so they're very
well. There you go. Yes. All right. I set mine on fire and then solve it.
Yes,
exactly. That's really challenging.
Yes.
I try to get it done before it completely goes up in flames.
Right.
And comes
Is
out.
this digitally or on paper? Because either way, that's a big problem.
Yes, it's a big ask. But I think that it's okay to work your way through, and it's okay to do the early week puzzles, especially if you're a beginner, because that's how you sort of get the hang of this. And did you find how did you know when it was time to go from a Monday to a Tuesday?
I don't think I got a memo. I think I just thought, okay, this was fun. I'm going to try it.
So
and it kept going. But what was interesting was that while I was sort of finding my way in the daily scheme of things, my youngest child, Exhibit C, and I filled out a Sunday puzzle.
Wow.
And I thought, Sunday must be above my ability. It's certainly not above hers. She's 22 now.
Bless her heart.
Yes, but once it was really that chewy solving thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I know this should be the answer, but in the context of this puzzle and this theme, I'm going to try this. She was very good at that. Wow. It's helped, and now I try every day.
Good for you. And that's the thing. You have to be in it to win it, and the more you do, the better you get. Just for your information, the Sunday is actually not the hardest puzzle of the week. It's really midweek difficulty. It's just bigger.
It's much
bigger.
There's
just like a good variety of clues all around. You'll have your really tough weekend clues in there. You'll have, I guess you have your gimmies in any puzzle that you do somehow, which is... We'll get to illustrate here.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the puzzle and get us into it. I think that as soon as you get one entry, you can consider yourself in. The trick is not getting intimidated by the blank grid and running away screaming. So where would you start?
This is so unfortunate. Well, I like to start, I really don't feel good about a puzzle if I don't start at one across. Call me traditional.
Well, no, there are a lot. I tend to start looking at one across. And another way to do it is just to scan the clue list, which I know is hard for you to see here. But, to scan the clue list for a gimme, something you definitely know. Now, do you know what the clue for one across is setting for Amazing Grace, maybe?
Well, here's the problem. Yeah. I have a feeling, because Amazing Grace is in quotes, it may not be the hymn. It may be a title of a show.
Yes, I think you're right.
Which I have never seen, so I can't do that one. One down, though, Pit Boss. Now, of course... that
Those
could
question
be
marks.
Question marks. So it's probably not... It could be a casino question.
Yes.
It could be a race car question. It could be a deodorant question.
Right.
That's very good.
I didn't even think of that one. It could be a dog breed question, but I doubt it. Because pit bulls.
Right.
But,
or a peach pit.
Right.
Kind of okay, let's move on.
You're illustrating the exact way we at least envision you going about this. You have to stretch your brain. Pit can have so many different meanings.
I know. It could even mean Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Come to think of
although
that's usually
honestly,
2 T's.
I think so. It's usually abbreviated that way. So how about humiliates?
Well, my name doesn't fit in there.
Oh,
no,
you're not going to be humiliated.
How humiliates? Okay, there's no question mark, so it's straightforward.
Right, and there's one letter we definitely we most probably
going to be an
know.
S.
Exactly.
Right,
so I'm going to drop
one.
that S in there, and look at that.
I like that.
You're solving a Thursday puzzle, Lisa.
Oh man,
look at you.
Okay, so let's look at 33 across.
Okay.
Yeah, we got.
That's a great idea. Peak in Thessaly.
Oh. Forget
Now, I will tell you.
He's done.
All right.
Can I
Don't
leave
get
now?
scared. No. I put in, without reading the clue very carefully, which is very important here, I put in Etna because it's always Etna, right?
But it isn't Etna.
No, because Thessaly is in Greece.
Correct.
Well,
And it's not Olympus because that's
No.
too many. So we're going to skip that one too.
Well, take a look at some of the clues we've got here. Did you watch Melrose Place?
No.
Oh, neither did
Deb,
I.
do you want to go to 19 across?
Oh, let's go there. Barbens.
Oh, okay. You're giving me
I'm just.
Well, look, it
I
may
mean,
not
come
be.
on, really?
Exactly. It would be, yes.
Plies.
That's how. I mean, that's how
it.
I would go about solving this
Yeah.
thing. Is
Looking
just
for
getting
the
the
gimmies.
ones that like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go look for Oreo or Brianino?
Well,
Hey,
Oreo's a given.
No
Or
comment.
Erie.
So-
Yes, Erie.
James Agent.
Brianino.
Brianino.
Right.
Crosswords that
So-
shows up.
yeah.
after,
Exactly.
right?
So here we have one that's kind of part
Whoa.
of 21 Across. Forget about that.
Okay, wait. 5 down.
Car tower or car tower.
Oh.
This is one of those homonym clues or homograph or homophone. I never remember which kind
You're
it
the.
is.
I'm just the crossword person. I'm
Okay.
leaving
No,
the
You're
words
the spelling
themselves.
bee
Yeah, the
guy.
guys.
Okay, car, tower, or tower.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough for that.
Okay, yellow primrose, forget. Can't do that.
I put in
oh,
tulip.
bell? Oh.
But that's not right.
Oh.
Yeah. So don't listen to me.
Okay.
But what else?
Come on,
Do we
Deb.
have-
Doesn't
Do we have
matter,
anybody out there who can help Lisa with the yellow
but-
primrose?
No, I'm not ready for
Oh,
help.
okay. Never mind, everybody.
I mean, I know they've all solved it
But
already.
if Lisa needs a lifeline, I hope you'll be out there ready to
Yes,
help.
Exactly. We see you, solvers.
Are they there? Are they talking
yeah.
to you yet?
They're just poking around the puzzle
Yes.
altogether because normally these weeks we just say, hey, if you have guesses, put your
Right.
guesses in the comments. So they just stream through. So
Wait.
Steam's tough because you
Yeah.
don't know if that's even going to be
A
a
verb
noun
or a noun.
verb.
Well, that is something that we
Let's
need.
see.
Is Will Shorts around today? Can I go?
No,
Will Shorts
you
is
can-
never around.
He's not here. He's out actually
Does he
celebrating. Yeah, there's a rumor.
Has
There's a
anyone
rumor.
seen him lately?
He's actually celebrating his 26th anniversary as the New York Times crossword editor today.
Woo!
And
after Eugene Maleska?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, after Margaret Farrar, who was the longest tenured editor. She was the first
Wow.
editor from 1942 to 1968. I don't know how I pulled this out of my head, but I know these things because I wrote the timeline. But so she was editor for 27 years.
Wow.
And Will is a year away from tying that.
Wow.
So congratulations, Will.
Still going strong.
Right.
Will is, I believe, edited the most crosswords though because
Almost
Margaret,
10,000 of them.
Because Margaret
Yeah.
Farrar, she edited it was just once a week until
Right.
1950.
Yes.
Oh,
so it
wow.
So for
started
8
as
years,
a Sunday
it was just
puzzle
one Sunday puzzle week.
from 1942 to 1950, and in 1950 it became a daily.
Wow.
Okay, we didn't know that one either.
Okay, 22 down. Draw. Well, it
Oh,
could
here's
be-
one I know because my kids have one. German
Oh.
grandmother.
Wait, I had one too. What did we call her? Oma.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
very
go,
good.
that's it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Very
In
good.
there.
That was a tough one. A lot of people don't know that. I only know it because my ex-mother-in-law is Oma to my kids.
That's what's cool is that I personally learned that word through solving crossword puzzles,
Oh,
so
wow.
that just was not something in my wheelhouse at all. But that's why solving together is so fun. It's
Yes,
'cause
and it's
everybody's got
together
their
we
own
make
vibe.
one good brain.
Indeed.
Let's see.
Something pro.
Pro.
What else?
am,
Let's see. Let's go
pro.
through. Let's see if we can do.
Well,
oh,
I'm-
look, here's a revealer. We know it's a revealer because of that ellipsis.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
And
Or a
it's
warning
underground
about force.
warning or a warning about 4 squares in this grid. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We better
We're
be
gonna
careful.
we're gonna have some problems.
Yes. Now, here's one you
Oh,
might
he-
know.
Well, Maya.
Exactly.
M-A-Y.
Maya
See,
Rudolph?
this is why we look for the
This
gimmies
is-
because
this
your brain
is-
fills in that missing information.
Okay, I never
Yeah.
do it this way.
My
but-
parents also used to go clue by clue and just
Yeah.
check. and I would annoy them
Us
because
old
I'd like.
folks.
Well, you know, yeah, it's
Everybody
good. How about
solves their
this one?
puzzle their own.
Coach, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for
Ara or ABBA.
Ara, A-R-A, if it wasn't for pop culture, I could not solve a damn thing.
No, the science questions and stuff.
Here's one I knew because I love Shakespeare.
Okay, so-
Regan. Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Come on, Deb.
Okay, I'm just showing. I'm being smug now.
Well, I could have gotten that.
I'm
for
sure you could.
I can come in with my sports knowledge.
Oh, go
Okay,
ahead.
good.
Is this one?
Yes.
Okay, Channing with a
73
14.
across. And shout out to my Knicks fans commenting right now. They feel me here. Channing with a 14-year NBA career, he just retired, is Channing Frye. F-R-Y-E.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, we would have probably clued that as fry boots, right?
Yes.
Remember the fry boots?
Do I remember them? Sometimes I don't think you know who I am.
Well,
Of course I know
well, this
Fry
is
Boots.
right.
Let's see what 67
I
down
was just going to
is.
say that actually.
Beach lotion letters.
SPF.
There you
Boom.
go. See, this is not so hard.
Even
Yeah,
the clue
yeah.
before it, you want to do a Kanga's Kid?
Where are
Oh,
we?
Rue?
66 down?
Here we go.
Rue?
Very
There we go.
good.
Boom.
Look
Okay.
at you solving the New York Times crossword on a
Thursday.
Thursday.
Imagine that.
You
We're
will
moving
have
right
full
along.
bragging rights with your
No,
thing
I
3.
won't.
All right.
Exhibit.
Exhibit 3.
Let's see.
All the exhibits.
Okay. Alternative to chapstick, 54. Down.
54 down.
3 letters, Deb, over towards the right side. There we go.
Oh, I knew this because my older child was in high school at the time these became popular.
Neos?
EOS, very good. Those are those ones in the
Balls.
little
The little
ball
egg-shaped
round-
things?
Yes,
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
what?
And
My
you had
sister has
you
those.
had to have one in every flavor, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
And normally, that's actually one of our fresher ways of cluing.
It
is
really is, because normally it's clued as the goddess.
the
right?
dawn goddess.
Yeah, I'm surprised, I have to say.
Well, but I think that's one of the nice things about the way the cluing is going now.
Well, sometimes we just get
Sometimes-
bored, quite frankly. We're like,
Right.
we got to do the dawn goddess again. Okay, no.
Right.
Let's-
I mean, after
62
26 years, you have to imagine that Will is getting really damn bored
what's
with
this?
EOS.
Lisa, 62?
across is Ness, N-E-S-S.
Thickness and sickness, thank you.
I
And
would
that's
think.
another one that's very fresh because usually
Oh.
it's Elliot Ness or the Loch Ness
Oh,
Monster.
yes, it was Elliot recently.
Absolutely. So look at you. You're in.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Come on,
You're in.
this is
This is kids,
you're just
child's
No,
play.
but let's go back to let's just try to do this area.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because we
so
have enough letters around.
53 across is how Twitter trolls often.
Hi, everybody.
Now, what part of speech is this, Sam?
Yeah.
So that's going to be... Wait, I'm supposed to know the words? Aren't I working with an author
Aren't you
and a
an
columnist?
How
editor? Yeah.
Twitter trolls
Often
often
comment. So just-
Isn't this an
adverbial.
adverb?
Yes. So,
So
just
it should
remember,
be ly at the end?
exactly. So that's what I was trying to get at. The parts of speech have to match. So that's a really good clue. Because some people will try to put in a past tense answer to a present tense clue.
I would never make that mistake.
No, you would not,
No.
because I would find you and I would
You would be
I would beat you.
disappointed.
And so now we have Twitter trolls who often comment in a certain way.
Hey,
Right.
Twitter trolls, how do you guys normally comment?
Yeah.
help us out.
We
But
know a
please
little bit
don't
about
actually.
that. No, please don't do that. We like to keep it clean here.
Yes, we do.
Anonymously doesn't fit in there.
No.
That is very true.
Yes. How about, let's see what 47 down is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 41
Oh,
down
that's
by
no-
another
that's
name.
no
Don't you
fun.
hate
I
that?
hate that.
Yeah.
We're so
Okay.
All right,
annoying.
48.
Enlightenment.
Ooh.
Okay.
That pattern of letters looks very familiar to me. I think I know what that is.
Okay, wait.
Allergy.
Enlightenment.
Yes. No. It's not allergy, Santa.
Element.
We could...
Let's go to 70 across.
Okay.
Black widow spiders make dangerous
Ones. So we know that's a plural. Let's drop
Right.
that S in there. And now you just need to fill in the other two blanks. So what would they make that's dangerous?
A bite, a pass, a... What do they make? A sound, a sting,
Or you could
a
also say
wound.
they would be dangerous.
I was going to
ones.
say, black widow spiders can make for dangerous ones.
Yes.
Pets?
There we
Thank
go.
you. Good job.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to try
I used to have
67
a
o'clock?
pet tarantula.
Did you?
You did?
Oh my God! I
Yep.
think they're so
Shout
cute
out
and
to Dad.
fuzzy. Yeah.
You do?
Thanks, Dad.
Kind of.
Ooh.
I mean, the
Okay.
black widow
Some
spiders
bright
are venomous,
orange
but I don't think
tarantula.
tarantulas are they?
No, this one was very, very poisonous.
Oh dear.
We-
Okay.
You
know.
had it as a pet?
Yeah.
Why,
It was-
Sam? Why?
Shout out to
We
Dad.
should have called CPS a long time ago. All right. Cut is.
Well, again, is it a verb or a noun?
That's a very good question. So
it
let's
could be
take a look.
slit. It
It
could,
could
be.
be, but
That's
let's
right.
check the crossings.
Okay.
It may be. It may
Already
get
know
fired because of a thought. Now.
Oh, it might. It may get
Yeah,
fired.
Yeah,
not
so
us.
that's- it's
we're
gonna be
not
a
getting
noun.
fired.
Right.
Right? Yet?
Now, there were people questioning whether this was actually correct because I don't know if these actually do get fired, but the key here is how you define get fired.
If is it shot or from a gun, or is
Well,
it
could be.
loss of a job?
But because of a thought.
Right.
Right. So it could be loss of a job, it could be something else. We're what gets fired when you're thinking?
Oh, a
but-
synapse.
there we
There
go.
you go.
Right.
Sometimes it takes just the right wording, and
Question.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's what we agonize over on the editing side
Yeah.
too, is because we want to give you just that right
But
wording.
that's
that
okay
makes it
because
click.
by Thursday you're hungry for a little bit of a challenge. You want the puzzle to be a little bit of a tug of war.
It is a tug of war.
Not like Friday where you're just really pulling, but I mean a little bit. You want it to fight you a little bit.
Well,
Okay, so now we've got.
67
Cut.
across cut. Snip.
Let's
I
try
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Works
Okay,
for
so
me.
Clarity.
now there you go.
Boom.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look
We're
at
moving
you. You
through
are
this.
really.
We're
You're
knocking
warming
it
up.
out.
You're
Are
cooking.
they listeners and viewers? Are they patronizing me?
Not
Are they?
patronizing, humor.
We're boosting you.
Let's
We're
see what
boosting you
your
up.
Well, no,
people
look
say.
at-
We've got
Okay.
all the love for all our solvers.
You are
Yes.
laughing everybody who didn't try.
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay, try.
So, right?
See, I'm here as a human guinea
You put your
pig.
behind in the
I
seat
put
and
my
you are
behind.
trying. So
You
that's
can
the
almost
important
see
thing.
it.
Okay.
Okay, 46 across.
Ah.
Keys often hit.
I like
oh,
this one.
ESCs?
Yes, escape keys.
That's good.
I
Very
hate that
good.
answer, but that's
I-
okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I don't
okay.
like the entry, but I think the clue's pretty good.
I'm just being nitpicky.
Yeah.
It's part of the job.
Not smelly.
No.
How Twitter trolls often comment. Neatly, no.
Oh, how about this pickle unit?
Pickle unit?
Yes.
A spear?
Very good. Now, I disagreed with this because pickles can come in any format. They could be slices, they
Yeah,
could be
I don't
whole, they
like
could be
it.
spears.
My
it's
unit of pickles is the jar.
the
Because
jar,
I just
right?
eat
go
them
through
by
the
the
jar.
case,
Yes.
right? Now,
I
this
pref-
is an interesting
Yes.
thing when it comes to cluing. Pickle unit sounds like they are asking for the definitive unit, but that's really not what what clues are. That the clues are a suggestion. So just because the answer is spear doesn't mean that spear is
You
the
don't
only
just
kind
have
of
to
unit.
eat one
I am
spear.
not
so-
going.
Right. Take it from Sam.
I'm not going to take what this puzzle is telling me
As
to
biblical.
be gospel.
Will
Okay.
Shorts does not get to tell you how to eat your pickles.
That's
or
right.
Amy,
Yeah,
Right.
or Amy Lucido. Exactly.
Rob.
This is where I tap out. I say I've got no idea.
Well, you watched
But
the show,
I
right?
did not. I
Okay,
did not.
Wait,
However,
wait.
okay.
Wasn't Rob Lowe?
No.
That may be the
Because
beginning and ending of all my Rob
That
knowledge.
yes, exactly.
Rob.
But here's what I did. I saw the S in the second place.
Yes.
And I just pulled a name out of my brain. I don't know how. I don't know
Your
why.
synapses were
Estes
firing.
or something?
Yeah, right? How
Well,
is that?
Richard Estes was a wonderful painter. I
Okay.
don't.
Rob Estes.
Okay.
Go figure.
And if you, like me, would have needed
That's weird.
every last letter to get that one,
That's
okay.
the fun of crossword
'Cause
puzzle
that's
solving.
indeed
I
the fun
guess
of
that's
crossword
why I
puzzle
like
solving.
You
it.
get to find out exactly how much
much
your
you
brain
know.
knows
Yeah.
that you didn't know you know. So,
Exactly.
Okay, how are we doing? Are people?
So one of the MC Dennis I'm officially embarrassed that I know that.
That's okay. That's okay.
Do
We
you,
all have our own
Do you
wheelhouses.
want to drop in the spirit of our Twitter commenters? Do
Yes.
we want to go back to 53 across to the Twitter
Sure.
trolls one? because there are some solvers out there. Hello, honey, 604. Hello to every other.
Hello,
auxiliary.
honey.
There we go.
604. Hello, honey.
She's a regular
Yeah,
on our
604.
stream. They think that the answer is meanly.
Oh, right. Does that make sense?
I agree.
There you go. Now, here's an interesting thing, and thank you for
okay.
that, honey.
Thanks,
47 down, there are very few words in the English language like snoner, sneener. I don't know what else this could be. So I'm going to bet you that this letter is incorrect.
Oh, you just pretended that it was
we
correct.
did. We pretended, but that's okay because it's okay to make mistakes, and that is
you
what the delete
activated
button
my
is
trap
for.
card.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Okay.
Let's go back to it. Cut. If you cut something,
You snip it, you spit it? No, it's still a P.
right?
You
Now,
Slip.
you showed up here today. You didn't cut it. You didn't cut this
I
live
didn't.
stream.
You didn't decide to bail on us.
No.
No, I stayed.
Well,
Stip,
but if you
Did you ever cut class?
Oh,
What
did
did I
you do?
skip it?
There
Okay.
you go. Very good.
Okay, so sneaker.
I would imagine
That's-
so. 41 down by another name. Okay, well, let's put that in there and let's see.
Okay.
Here, this Orion here
That
is
should be
interesting.
very
Mandalorian. Oh, that's not how it's spelled.
No, yeah.
Native of the Lion City.
Now, do you know what the Lion City is?
Of course not, but it might be Korea. Something in Korea.
It sounds like it would be Asian.
It does.
So this is one thing is that I like the idea of it being something Korean, but then if you
It's
put the
too-
K in there,
Yeah, it's too short.
it's too.
Yeah.
It's too. And
Okay.
if you
We
put the
have
K in
extra-
there, it's like blank
okay,
blank
right.
MKS.
Okay, let's see
41
what
down.
36 down is.
Let's see what 36 down is.
Some Gillette razors. This was one of the first answers I ever got in a crossword puzzle when I started solving.
Which was how
I have
long
a
ago?
very well, when I first started solving on my own, like as opposed to watching my dad do it, I was probably a young adult. You know, maybe just out of college and I needed something to do.
Your age.
Yeah. Back in
Crosswords
the
are
day.
fun, y'all.
Back in
Yep.
the day, right.
So this, we know it's a plural, so let's
Right.
drop our S in there. It's not always going to be an S at the end because not all plurals are, but it's a
Right.
good guess.
Right.
And what else?
What are they? They're multi-bladed.
Right.
It's probably a name,
I would imagine so.
and I guess I'll have to go to 34. Fish and visitors stink after 3 days' time for one. Is that an adage?
That is
I
an
think
adage.
so, yeah.
And
Whoopsie. Hold on.
Dage.
Okay.
A-D-A-G-E.
Do you
There we
ever
go.
reference Ad Age magazine?
You know what? That's a great.
That feels
Hey,
like a good like cryptic clue or something we could get really
Absolutely.
punny with.
So do
I'm
you know
assuming the
Gillette
title was a pun.
razors? Do you know the brand name?
No.
Okay, well that's okay. Let's come back to it. How about this one? An exhibit at FDR's.
An exhibit. His kid.
Yes.
Right.
Which exhibit though?
Yeah.
An exhibit at FDR's presidential library is dedicated to it. So what would he have been involved with?
The D-Day.
Very
There
good.
we go.
See, you
That's
know so
just
much.
enough
That's the beauty of the
letters.
brain.
So much.
You know so much more
Leads to
than
the
you think
answer.
you do.
I know so much. Well, I went to good schools, I have to
Good.
say.
Okay.
And I paid attention.
See, you
That's
were
half
a
of it,
good.
right?
I was
good
too
girl.
busy making crosswords.
Okay.
Okay.
Like many theater kids. Now this sounds plural, but it's not. It's
Okay.
like many theater kids.
Love Ben Platt doesn't fit there.
No.
Okay.
Wanna
Okay.
try? Okay. Does
I'll
anybody have any help for Lisa?
I'll leave. We got guesses for D-Day. There's
Okay.
a bit of a lag, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, chime in if you know the answer to 45 across.
Right.
I'm
or,
gonna get
or
it, though.
36
You will
down.
get it.
Yes, you will.
Some Gillette. I think there's going to be a V or a Z in that. Razors have
Right.
prime time hour.
Okay.
Oh,
when does
dear.
prime time start?
7, doesn't it? 6, 5, 4, 8.
There we go.
Okay.
Just had to go the other way.
Yeah, I had to go the other
That's
way.
okay. It's okay to count. It's okay to run the alphabet if you need to. There's no
very regularly run the alphabet.
There's no problem doing that in crosswords. Sound. This was a tough one for me. Sound recording copyright symbols. I had no idea. I've never noticed this before.
Sound recording.
This is the way we clue this thing in New York Times.
Yeah.
Crosswords.
Okay. Sound recording.
Well, let's see.
No, yeah.
Something pro. I blank a blank.
iMac. iPad?
There you go.
You're going for the iPad. Curiously,
Yes.
iMac does fit too. We're just,
we're just
There
messing
is
with
such
you.
a thing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You're just messing with me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we have, like many theater kids.
Artsy?
There
That's
you
the
go.
one.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Bruce Giordano, Cathio, Das Capitalics, others that are just saying
yeah,
hi.
they're
Thanks,
cheering
honey.
you.
31 down.
Yeah.
Sound recording.
Symbols.
Symbols. Okay, we're going to go to
Which one?
sneaker. Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Jim. Not Jim.
Go ahead.
We
Shoes.
know it's another
Yeah,
name for
no.
a sneaker too.
Right.
Well, right. It's got a. It's I don't
Jim
know.
O'Shoe.
Jim O'Shoe. It's an Irish one.
Right,
There
right.
you go. Well, let's-
Singaporean? No.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, the Lion City, I will tell you, is Singapore.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, so
What
are
could
there
happen?
Rebuses in here?
Don't come
no.
on.
There you go.
Oh,
That's okay. That's
Wah,
okay.
wah, wah.
The light has gone on. You just saw the biggest aha moment I think we've ever recorded on Crosswords Live.
Oh,
So
man.
that's okay. Come on, sit back up. We can do this. You're going to get through this, like my trainer at the gym said last night.
Okay.
Let's pick you up off the floor, Deb, and you're going to get through this. So you mentioned rebuses.
Do you have a cigarette? Oh,
No, right.
okay. Sorry.
I
don't know what I was
Lisa's
thinking.
going to start drinking by the
Yeah.
end of this.
Pick the
never
wrong
too early.
day
That's
to
okay.
stop sniffing
You know what?
glue.
Thank you. We said that on Twitter. So you mentioned rebuses. Have you ever solved a rebus puzzle?
Here? I mean,
No,
a
not
Times one?
here. Yes, a
Yes,
Times
I
one.
have. Yes, I
Okay.
have.
You say that with some regret.
No,
Okay.
I'm very proud of them, but
That's all
they're
right. They're hard. They're
They're
hard.
tough.
Now,
Deb,
just
what's a
for-
rebus?
A rebus, I'm glad you asked. I was just going to say that. A rebus is when the constructor and the editors decide to be very tricky, and they ask you to enter
Hashtag
more
cruel.
than hashtag meanly.
Meanly, I was
right.
just going to say,
They
53 across.
They ask you to enter more than one letter in a square.
Right.
Now, some people think that is not a very cromulent thing to do.
Let's go.
Cromulent.
Cathio was already asking about that.
Okay, well, we're getting
We
there.
have regular
So-
solvers that wait for us to say cromulent.
There's
on
a
air because we do
reason
every
why
string.
there's
Every string.
why there is a rebus in here. The thing about the rebus, you know the answer is Singaporean. You just are not sure
How
where
it-
it's supposed to go.
Right.
Okay.
We're on the spectrum of these three
Right. So
spaces.
you are one step ahead of most solvers. You already know what you have to do. You just have to figure out where it goes. Now, you've already noticed that
I
there's
got it. I'm there.
Oh, you did. Okay. So
Well, I know I have to.
what we would do is if you're solving in print, you obviously just write really small in the
Now-
squares.
Hold it
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah,
you're
Deb,
We're holding.
We're- the
definitely
synapses are
smarter.
fine.
I
My
think-
synapses
No,
are slow.
Yeah.
Because I would not have known until you put the IN there how many of those letters would have had rebuses. You could have
Right.
had the rebus here.
You
and
could have.
That's a
58
really
down.
good point.
So,
it could have been ing or
Right.
or in.
So,
You want to know what I would do?
no.
Okay.
I've seen
No.
what you would do.
Can I get you a drink of water?
I can go to the
Wait,
beer
yeah.
fridge on 12th.
There you go. Wait, we have
Just
a beer
one.
fridge?
We have a beer
No,
fridge.
Okay.
I mean, there's this, there's
It's
just
right
stuff-
next
there's
to the
stuff always
swimming
lying
pool,
there.
right?
And you know, this is not a hot news day, so we can just take
No,
our time.
not at all.
Fine.
Right.
We've got nowhere to be.
Right.
So, well, you see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Since you put the IN there,
Yeah.
so that means that in that square under the M of
Right.
53, we're going to have a G. We're going to have Singapore, a GA.
Right. Now, what I was saying before is that if you are solving in print, you obviously just write really small in the square. If you're solving on a device, you go up, well, on the web, you would go up to the rebus key right up here and click on it, and that opens up a square, a special square for you that you can type more than one letter in. If you are working on an iPhone, you would hit, I believe it's the rebus square. There's a rebus square down on the...
No, you press...
you have to press more.
That's true. It's a little bit buried because there's only so much we can get on the screen. You press more.
There's also so many rebuses that we run.
And then once you click on more, a rebus key will come up, and that will also open a square for you. If you are working on Android, I believe it's the ellipsis. There's a ... key.
I don't have an Android.
I don't either, but I believe it is the ellipsis, and then
we can always
go to
ask our
rebus.
evil genius web developers. They would know.
Right. He's not saying anything right now. So anyway, you're right. We're going to have to move along a little bit because some people's lunch hours are ending, but we're going to, that's okay. We're going to put in Gap there. And Singaporean. Now there's here it's Jim Gap's shoe. But do you know why that Gap is there?
No.
Because it's 2 words.
Oh no!
You know what? I think we're going to have to clip. We're going to have to clip these and make them GIFs.
Thank you. I got there first.
To
the eye rolling.
No, the aha moment is just fabulously intense today. So
this is the content that we crave, Lisa.
When
you're crushing this.
Exactly. When we're not,
I'm being crushed.
No, you're not. No, you're not. When you have a rebus,
and you know why Gap? Because my mouth is agape.
Agape, yes, true. And was the Gap big with preppies, or was that too lowbrow?
Snarky.
Not me.
No.
So
yes, the Gap was very big.
Okay.
Because who doesn't need another pair of khakis?
Exactly.
Everybody needs another pair of khakis.
Right. Or a button-down shirt. Your basic white shirt.
Flat button-down.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Gap here. If I did not know where that went in, I would go back to the revealer and look for help. The underground warning.
Mind the Gap.
Right up here. Right up here. There you go.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Garrett.
Woo! Oh, everybody.
Woo!
Sorry.
So
you hang.
Wow.
So we are halfway to solving this because you've got it down now. You've got control over this puzzle.
We know that there are 3 more Gap rebuses
How do
hiding.
we know that?
Because it says we're
4.
warning about 4 squares in the squid. We've got 1. Now there are 3 more. They're usually distributed fairly evenly in the puzzle.
There are so many just head exploding emojis. Everybody's right here with you.
That's great.
Nicole Zaver 111. Just heads
welcome to your wonderful
spinning.
Thursday aha moment.
Wow,
we love that.
Wow.
Okay. Synapses are firing. Although somebody said that it's not the synapses that fire, it's neurons that fire. Not being pedantic, I'm just relaying a message to the editor.
Are we having a science
class? But that's okay. Let's take a look here. On the horizon. If something is on the horizon, it's what?
In front of you, yonder.
Yeah, but it's coming up fairly quickly, isn't it?
It's in something. Is there a G after the N in Reagan?
A G?
Could be. But
there could be.
Okay.
Okay.
It's in view. It's almost in view.
It could be. Might not be an N, though.
Okay.
But
is it?
Could be.
Okay, let's go
skip. That's fine. That's fine.
But that's what I do too. You run the alphabet until something comes across.
Cortege.
Oh, that's like a funeral procession.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
There aren't a lot of words that end in O. Let's take a look. Alki for Washington State.
Yeah.
This one I had to look up. Alki, sorry.
Alki.
I'm sorry to everybody in Washington State. Garrett's from Washington originally.
Motto?
So. Yes, Alki is the...
Please drink with us in Washington State, but drink responsibly.
Exactly.
I have an idea. Can we go to 25 across while we have
Of course we
Rebus's
can.
fresh on our mind?
New York City.
Big
Lisa.
Apple?
Right. But what happens here?
Oh, you had to put the Big Apple? Okay.
The
so
Big
The Big Ape.
The Big
Ape.
Okay.
But
So the B, okay. The B-I, Rebus, Gap.
There we
Okay.
go.
Look
there
at
we go.
You are a pro.
PLE. Now,
Wonderful.
what I would have done, of
Oops,
course.
what happened here?
You're good. You're good. You just clicked outside the box. All is good.
Okay,
There
now
you go.
what I would have done, of course,
It's just
was
some Big Apple.
Big
right.
Apple.
Yeah.
And then said, why do I have extra squares?
correct. But that would have been the process. I'm trying to
For sure.
help
Yeah,
everybody,
exactly.
all your friends.
But the reason why
This-
the
I mean, this-
is
this
in
the
there
content we
is
crave.
because the city is not called Big Apple. It's called the Big Apple. So if you think about it, it makes sense to put the in.
Even so,
Okay.
I mean, I can totally see anybody do that. It's perfectly sensible to try. They're just this time you just
Beams.
Very good.
would have not had enough letters.
Beams,
And
right?
we've got a
If you
gap.
go-
and
Okay.
we
It's 2 gaps.
22 down.
22 down. Draw.
Oh,
Oof.
Huh.
That's so
That
many
could mean a
meanings.
lot of things.
okay. Let's go to 5 down
Ooh,
because
that's
it has
good.
a gap
car
in it.
Car tower
Or tower.
or tower, right? That's so you have to be very careful how you read the clues because you
Right.
can have that's another thing they have in Crosswords is you can have shower or shower,
Yes.
or tower or tower.
I know.
We used to use
I don't like
flower
that.
and flower,
Flower,
except nobody ever uses flower to mean a river. So-
Yes.
That's the cruelty
We never
of
do
this
that anymore.
enterprise, if you don't mind my saying so.
Yes.
22 across.
Hard labor.
Double.
Shore, bore.
Double.
Anybody else? What are people saying out there?
Work.
We have. Yeah.
It could be work, except
We
that then
have,
you'd have
Toil.
That's the one.
Ah,
That's the one.
T-O.
Not
I
at all
know.
like what we're doing here.
No, this is
So let's
fun. We don't
see
want
6
this to be
down and
toiling.
7 down.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
do we
this is
know
the
our
flower
yellow
again.
primroses now?
Oh, tulip, I guess.
Well, okay, let's put that
Oh,
in
it's
there.
not tulip, though.
I ran into a problem. I'm going to take that out because it's actually a different flower. But tulip was a very good guess that I found out I was completely wrong about.
Right.
So you tried tulip too?
Yes.
That's where we get you.
Doesn't matter, but I will. Doesn't matter, but still.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it.
Very good.
I love that when the spoken ones.
Yes,
stick
I
in
like that.
particular. Again, on the editing side, we love
I love
running
this-
through that too.
I loved this one. I had not heard of this Blank Revere Engineer, but it is a
Susan?
Susan. Listen, Linda. Right.
S-U-S-A-N.
Okay, let's try
Okay,
that.
Susan Revere.
Susan Revere Engineer.
It's cromulent.
Yes.
It's cromulent.
Sorry. We have cromulent bingo
I
every
know,
week.
I know.
Car tower.
Superman.
Oh, super gapian. Okay.
Okay.
Unlip.
Okay,
Okay.
wait. Let's look at 15 across. Over the top.
15 across.
Over the top.
Unga
Almost,
There
almost
you
in,
go. That would be quite a read.
almost
would
in
be a
modern
reach.
lingo.
Oh,
If someone's, just acting very over the top,
yeah.
They're being
just a little bit.
Yeah. The problem we have is
distro.
yes, you're not going to find it because it's actually not Susan.
Right.
It is an S, but
We are looking for another.
I can
woman's
tell
name.
you if you want to know. The yellow primrose is the oxlip.
Never heard of that.
Never
And
heard of it.
today,
Oh, come
you
But on
on,
a
Amy.
Thursday puzzle.
TIL.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Today I
TIL.
learned.
Today
best
I
thing.
learned.
Best thing about solving the crossword, you always learn something new.
So is this extra?
It
It
is,
is
certainly
extra.
is.
Ah, okay.
You're
Okay,
so
very good.
extra.
I'm so extra.
No, not you. I just
So
love saying.
here we go.
Repo
Steve.
Man.
Repo Man. That's the one.
Wow. Repo
Man.
Man.
gap,
Gap
man. Oh, got it right because it's the down.
See,
Remembering
even we
that
get tripped up on our own puzzle.
Get with it.
That's right. The rebus going across is gap, but when read down, it's really just meant to be a gap or a space between the two words.
Exactly.
And the other thing that I
two
think is
gaps,
really interesting about this puzzle, which Amy brought up in her notes on the wordplay column, there are no other two-word answers in this puzzle besides the theme answers.
Not gonna lie, I don't even think we caught that on the editing side.
Well, I didn't realize it either until
Wow.
she sent me her notes.
Amy, bravo!
Very
if you
good.
are listening, this a work of art.
Now, here we have steam. Steam could be
Ire.
Yes.
because it's the same as being angry. If you're steamed,
Yes.
ire or irked. So
Rosie
we've got-
Revere.
There you
Rosie
go. What a
Revere,
great
engineer.
series of books. I wish my kids were young.
Well,
enough for that.
and also how great Susan just being
Fifth,
a
yes.
stand-in
I know, right?
but
Right.
a girl engineer.
We'd like
Susan's
to thank
her
you.
younger sister.
Thank
Right,
you.
exactly.
Thank you, Susan. She actually, the woman who wrote this, I forget her name, but she has written a series of books like that. Rosie Revere Engineer, something, the
They
Architect.
always
that's
alliterative
nice.
or
Yeah.
rhyming.
But it's all
Alice
these
and the
kids who
Architect.
have dreams about being
That's
something when
great.
they grow up.
Well-
Now, here's something interesting. We have a direction,
A
direction from
okay.
Lubbock to San Antonio.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's southwest, I think. It's south.
Okay.
It
It's
is
definitely south.
Okay.
So you drop that
I've
S in
been to
there.
Lubbock. It's in the top, in the
Right.
Panhandle, if that's what the Panhandle is, or
Right.
just the northern box.
Now here we
so
have
it's
9.
got to be. It's going to be S, either ES or SWS.
Well, generally
It
the
can't be
directions
southwest north.
we
No.
no.
Then we'd be
That would
really
be-
lost.
So that's
my
the way
head would
that's the
spin.
way I follow the map.
Right.
But
That's why I
part of
need my
21
GPS.
part of 21 across. Obviously, the answer here has to be east, right?
So we know
Right.
East is in it.
So we
Oh.
know.
So-
but the way directions are usually given is
Oh, south southeast.
That-
south by
That's the one.
southeast. Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Good job. Okay, so now we have this one, draw.
Draw.
You're way braver than me, by the way, for the direction ones. I always just skip those because
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know where they're actually
I don't.
located.
I have no
been-
idea on the map.
I've been to them, so
Uh-huh.
I feel I should
Boom.
know them.
There you go.
Exchange
Oh.
for cash.
Oh
Oh wait, exchange for cash, not barter,
no.
not charge it, please.
Put it on
Put
Miss
on Mommy's
Burnback's
card.
account.
Yeah, just charge and send.
Yes.
Exchange for cash.
Anybody out there have 29 across? What are we doing?
Perhaps somewhere in the comments. There are solvers in the meantime. We might want to go to 23 across.
Okay, well let's skip that then. Classic fraternity
Toga.
dash. Toga. Here's the problem.
Toga. Right. It's not right.
though.
Right.
Nope, doesn't work.
Okay.
So
oh
what
yes,
do we do?
it does. Yes,
Look
it
at
does.
that! Look at you. Nice.
Wonderful.
There you go.
I like this. Keep it.
All right. Fall into the gap. There you go.
There we
and
go.
then we hit
Read the
return.
sword.
Gap. Artie.
Artie. There you
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Click
why
again.
is this not working?
Because it has you clicked on the Rebus button.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why. We're good.
P-A-R-T-Y.
Tech support
on
There
one,
you
please.
go.
So
Look at that. So
great.
we've got 3 of them. We've got 1.
Oh, this is
Two.
just a piece of cake.
It really is because
So
we're
whomever
minding the gap.
said he solved this in 19 minutes.
Yes.
You ruined my day.
Oh,
What's
no.
his name?
No.
And you know who
Was
you
it
are.
Dave Mackey?
Whoever, I think so. Whoever. put
Dave,
my-
you really have to dial it back a little bit. The
ruined
Everybody
my day.
gets to
There's
enjoy
no
their
19
puzzles.
minutes on this puzzle.
Here's the
No.
thing. It's about, I keep saying this to people, it's about the journey. It's about
It is,
solving
but-
it and enjoying it and
but
finding out what you
He
can pull
psyched
out of
me
it.
out.
Well, I don't think
He
he,
didn't
meant
mean
to.
it. He didn't
no.
mean to worry me, but that was what happened. Uh-oh, don't
Uh-oh,
do that.
something
Bad idea.
It
That's
could
the
be.
one. Right?
I don't know. Gap
Yep, that's
idea.
the one. It's a bad idea.
Oh, bad gap. I keep forgetting that the gap doesn't mean anything in
Well,
the down.
no,
Whoops,
this way.
sorry. I
Yeah.
know. I'm sorry. Occasionally I mistype. Everybody makes mistakes. don't get on my Okay.
We're being
yeah,
the Twitter trolls today.
That's right. Okay, mix as eggs.
Mix.
Blend.
as- No, it's not
No.
blend. Mix. Stir.
I've had stir at first, but then I got bad idea, and
I have the electric thing.
it almost beat me.
Beat.
Aw.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
beat it.
That's okay. Wah wah. You know what? I'll
Okay.
bet. No
We're
matter
here,
what, I'll
we're
bet
here.
our viewers are way ahead of
have
us
to
Here
anyway.
all day,
Gotcha.
right?
Yes. Let's
Why did
see.
you do that? Can we go back to
Sure.
11
Sure.
down?
3-syllable man's name. Ooh.
Ethan, no.
Should we do some more crossings?
Sure.
Okay. Shrine. What is a
Altar.
There you go.
Wonderful.
And so now this one, to be 3 syllables.
Elliot.
Or Elias.
Either one.
Elias.
I've heard them both ways.
Yeah?
Mm?
Okay. But here, now we've got
Tough.
20 of us. Abandon informally.
Ditch.
There you
There we
go.
go. How about,
Who amongst us has not played Ding Dong
we're going
Ditch?
to
I don't know
17
what
down.
that is.
Oh, okay. What?
17 down? All
17?
the way on the right?
Where are we?
All the way
Oh,
on the right.
here we go. Oh, there you
Moan
go.
and groan.
Love these clues.
Yeah, me too.
Rhythm? Oh, no.
What are moan and
Rhymes.
groan?
There we
E.g.,
go.
right, we're looking for an
Yeah.
example of what moan and
Right,
groan would be,
right.
and they are
Or
rhymes.
rhymes.
That's what, anytime you see the E.g. in the clue, you start
Yeah.
to think of what is that an example
No, I
of?
didn't even look. I was just
That's
looking
okay.
at RHY.
Lisa, there's actually a question from Kathy
tract.
saying,
There you go.
what are
Yes.
the preppies doing now?
This minute?
What are the preppies doing
This
now?
minute
also
they're
asking-
watching us.
I think so.
Also
Because-
asking, Deb, were you a preppy?
You know what? I wasn't. I was a flower child. I really was. I was a total hippie. But I had a lot of friends who were preppies in college.
What are preppies doing now? They're writing tactile.
Yes.
All right. Able
yes,
to
they
be
are.
felt. Tactile. I like
It's a
that
good
word.
question. What's the name of the person who asked?
Kathy O.
Kathy.
She's a regular commenter.
Cavaliers on scoreboards. That's an
That's
unusual
UVA.
word for Cleveland.
That is
Cleveland.
UVA as well.
Thank
Woo!
you.
Go Hoos!
Thank
Are
you.
you a
No,
UVA
but
guy?
I have been to Charlottesville.
Good,
Okay.
good market for the preppy handbook.
He's
Very
He's a
good.
Wahoo or Wahoo,
Wahoo-wah.
or whatever
Wahoo-wah.
you call.
Wahoo-wah.
Well, you know
Okay.
what?
But these are
when
the Cleveland
I
Cavaliers.
went to Charlottesville the first time, it was the week the Preppy Handbook was published.
Oh,
I'd
wow.
never been there
Oh, my.
before. And the mayor of Charlottesville gave me the key to the city.
I never
That's
knew
so
that.
cool.
Isn't that great? I've
No
never
kidding.
We
bragged
can
about
go
it.
into Charlottesville and break
I have
into
the
anyone's
key.
house now,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Okay.
TJ's.
Woo! Indeed. TJ's Locker.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
a
a
home.
fantastic school. Nests.
Very good. See, you know this stuff.
Yeah. So what do preppies do now? Well, they drink, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Mix pink and green.
Irish.
Okay.
They wear pink and green. They play sports, and they walk their dogs. And
Oh, very
walking the dog is not just a good thing to do for exercise and
Yes.
for the dog's comfort.
But to be seen.
Well,
Yeah.
it's where you can make those private phone calls that you're embarrassed
Yes.
about. It's
There
where
you go.
can
Gotta
smoke a
go
cigarette.
walk the dog, sweetie.
I've got to
All
walk
right.
the dog. Again, yes, the
Yes.
dog
Has to go out.
has to go out
constantly.
again.
Now,
and
you,
that's where you sneak your cigarette so your
Got
kids
it.
don't
Right.
see you. Not that I know
has the
anything
dog
about
been
that.
smoking, Mom? I smell smoke. All right,
Oh.
so we've
That's your
got
posse. Yeah.
your
Okay,
posse.
right.
Right?
Tough.
How about this one?
for your cortege.
Fool. Now, is that a
Fool.
verb or a noun?
Oh, I guess it's a noun for simp.
Yeah, there you go. And you
a
know how you can
bad
check
word.
is this one, I know I don't like simp either. Activewear akin to leggings.
Well, you know
it
it's
would
a
be
plural.
an S. Yeah.
Right, so it's probably tights. T-I-G-H. No,
No.
it isn't. I
We
can
won't
tell
put
from
that in.
your...
Timp.
Okay.
Well, that's okay.
Keep
Let's
in
solve some
mind
more.
that there is one gap
Yes,
that
I'm-
remains.
That's right.
I'm keeping
Somewhere
that-
in this puzzle.
We are still
keeping-
gapless.
Yeah.
What are people saying out in
We have
in
they're
internet
confirming. We have guesses confirming Miss Aim and
Okay.
Posse and Klee for the Cleveland
yes.
Cavaliers.
Miss Aim, not shoot straight. I like that one.
Literally so.
Okay.
We also,
Marvelous.
if you-
Miss Aim.
if we want to knock
Yes.
out this top left area, Solvers did chime in about 29 across being redeem.
Got it. I think I asked about
very
that before.
nice.
Exchange for cash is to redeem.
Oh, that's very good. Like a...
Yeah.
and then
My iTunes
draws
gift
tie.
cards back
Yeah.
in the day.
Draws tie. Yeah.
Oh,
And
draws
sometimes
tie.
what I like is you'll have these twin clues. I think you have draw as also attract here. It's okay to use the same
right.
word for a clue.
Right.
It's not okay to use it in the puzzle.
In an answer.
Except
Right.
for gap, which is
Right.
just part of it.
Because we live in the crafters world, not
Yes.
in the solvers world.
Exactly.
Lengthy rants would be screeds.
Exactly.
We want to live in the Solvers world more, though.
I think you do.
That's our
Dirty
goal
okay.
here.
cross.
This isn't us about our
Oh,
just rules that
shoot.
don't make sense.
So this is
It's
I,
gonna
E,
be-
or A.
Yeah.
or
or not you.
No.
The last one.
O
Sometimes why?
or
Right.
Y.
It is,
No,
it
I'm
is
just kidding.
Mount
Here,
Asa.
wait.
So
Pit
this
boss.
pit boss is, we left out one pit.
Right.
When you go
Brad?
see a play.
Brad Pitt.
No, not yes, it's Brad Pitt.
It's
the
Brad.
boss of Brad Pitt.
Deb, you want to drop the O in there for Mount Asa?
Yes.
There we go.
And now,
Maestro.
exactly.
one.
The one thing
Yeah.
we left out was the orchestra pit.
Orchestra pit.
Okay.
Where are all the
Look at
groans?
this.
Come on. We
Bring in.
Earn.
That's
Very
the one.
good. Look at you.
Well done.
Thank you.
We're so close.
Something taught in a 101 class, so to speak.
AP Chemistry.
No. Silly. That wouldn't be a 101
That wouldn't be
class.
101.
I was a little confused by this because to me, the answer is something you learn much earlier, and a 101 sounds like a college course
Let's
to
do
me.
this. Let's go to 2 down.
Okay.
Abashes.
That is a bash.
Yeah. Humiliates.
ABCs.
Very good.
And we did intend, not specifically college or specific, just the ABCs being the basics of any subject
Right.
that you might take home in.
Now-
Oh, SSN, your social
Exactly.
security
Yes. Hopefully
number.
that's
Yeah, hopefully it's memorized.
Now,
Yeah.
just to go back to what you were saying before, the setting for Amazing Grace was a TV show.
Right.
However, you discounted the fact that it could be Amazing Grace, the hymn.
No, I
Well,
didn't
sure,
discount
that was the
it.
first
That
thing
was the
she
first
said.
thing
Yeah.
I said.
Oh, okay. And you said, but I don't think that's it. I think that if it's in quotes, it could be the TV show. It turns out
It
is
was the hymn.
It was the hymn. So
And
never,
was the TV
never
show
totally
set in
cast anything away.
Massachusetts?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay,
But
just
let's
wondering.
singing
Parks
it-
You're
singing it
saying
in
clever,
mass.
Amy.
Here is a very, very
Oh,
interesting,
Rec.
obvious
Right.
one. Parks
There
and
we
Rec.
go.
One of my
Oh,
favorites.
Solvers were stuck on ABCs for a while.
Wow.
We didn't intend that.
Whoopsie, sorry
Uh-oh.
about that. Yeah, I was confused by that, but I
It's a
accept
little,
it.
that's a 101.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now I liked
this
this
one's
clue
tough.
very. It is tough, but I thought it was very poetic. Raindrop in the sunlight, e.g. Now remember, what does the e.g. clue mean?
As an example.
Right.
Raindrop
So,
in the sunlight.
Would be what do you see if you see a raindrop in the sunlight? If you look into that raindrop, what do you generally
You
see?
see a prism?
Yes, you see the rainbow.
Right.
So
What an
if it's
awfully
in the sun,
S.
that
Wow.
is awesome.
That was
RISM.
well
Very good.
Thank you.
good.
Excellent. Now let's
you.
go back to 40 down. On the horizon. We see that's not
I
an
told you
N
it
or an
wasn't an
S.
Right.
Okay. The on
There's
the horizon.
probably a gap in here. Imagine. No. Okay.
Okay.
No. Well,
Occasion
Oh,
to
no.
speak up. This was a tough one, but I like it.
You just
Prayer?
mi-
Yes,
That's the one.
because you're not just speaking up; you're speaking up.
well.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
whoopsie.
Okay.
Speaking to the powers
Yes.
above.
Right. Okay.
Get better.
We also can go back to the activewear akin to leggings clue. That Y at the beginning
Like
might
the
help
acid.
just enough.
Where are you?
Right below.
Oh, here we go. Activewear
Or
akin to leggings.
Legwear that starts with a Y.
Why? Well, look at where the gaps are. They're
Yeah,
here,
no, it's
here,
definitely.
here.
And it would be
It
there.
would be somewhere around
Right.
here.
We can also look in the downs to try and
We
find
could.
where that gap is.
Okay.
Long cold spell.
Ice. Icy.
I like ice.
We're talking about a really long cold spell. Really
Ice
long.
age.
There we
There you go.
Ice gap age.
Ice.
There you go.
As opposed to the ice capades.
So
Right.
yes, the gap would be here because it's between the two words. So let's put that rebus in there, and that gives us all four rebuses.
I like that time we found the gap first.
Yeah.
I like
Everybody-
that.
Sometimes
yes.
you multiple
So what do you
ways
think
in.
this one is? What would you wear that's akin to leggings?
Nothing.
Okay.
Um,
You heard it here first,
yeah.
everybody. When Lisa works out.
tights, yoga pants.
There you go. Very nice.
All
right up
right.
here. We're
That's
crushing this. P-A-N-T-S.
I have all the time in the world.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
We
good.
do too.
Yeah.
So, how about the acid in pickle juice? Like the acid. What is a trait of
Is
acid
it
in pickle
acidic?
juice? It could be acidic.
Acidic,
So we've
but
got that E
acid is
here.
in the clue.
Right. Yeah, that's another good thing. You can't really
Exactly.
repeat that.
That's how you know.
43
I like
days
that
get
there are
better.
two
Recover.
references. Recovers, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
There are two
so-
references of pickles in this
Yes.
puzzle.
Yes.
The spear.
Somebody
and
was
this.
hungry. So,
55, like the acid.
yeah.
Ace in the hole.
No.
Ace Ventura.
Aesthetic.
Stop distracting her.
Yeah, 56 down. Spoken flourishes.
Oh, okay.
That's probably an S at the bottom.
Yes, very
Mm-hmm.
good.
71.
If you remember
Want to
nothing
get
else
it?
from
71
this,
across?
Yes,
take that with you.
I will.
Okay.
Spoken flourishes. Ta-das.
Yes.
And-
Really?
There you go.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. Sometimes the
Ta-das.
plurals of the spoken things are.
Now
it
we've
gets
got-
a little.
That's got to be.
We've got most
You got
of
to
this
teeter
one.
totter on this.
Get around
64.
is to,
Get around is not to evade, is it?
well, you can get around as in getting around distance, or you can get around something.
Oh, that around.
Yes, that or
That's
the
the Thursday
serpentine
trickery.
around. Right.
Oh,
You know,
Amy,
Will Shorts
Amy,
is just
Amy.
laughing to himself.
man.
And
Okay.
Amy,
You
of
wanna
course.
others. Others.
The others is
I don't
Those
okay.
that remain.
On the horizon.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Imminent.
What?
Imminent.
Imminent.
That's the one.
Very good.
And we have.
Oh, the rest of them. I
yes,
see.
see, it makes sense. Sometimes
That's
it's
a tough Thursday
and
quiz.
aesthetic.
Now, I think this is going to close the puzzle, and we're going to open it
Are
up
we
and
ready?
just. Are you ready? That's
I'm
the
so
question.
ready.
You're so ready to be done with this. All right,
No,
Garrett,
no,
do we have
hands.
the
I could
confetti
do this.
machine ready?
I could do this forever, but
Okay.
I think this puzzle is ready to be finished.
Okay, but then we're going to go back in and we're going to just talk about the theme a little
But
more.
I just want
and look at this.
You get a gold star.
You get a gold star.
I was
for
waiting to
this.
say that from
And
the very
everybody
beginning.
else out there who is solving with us gets
Yes,
a gold
honey,
star.
and
Yeah,
Paul
let's
Revere
go.
and Rosie Revere.
Yes,
Susan
Rosie
Revere.
Revere, everybody. So today's puzzle was about the revealer underground warning. The underground, as we know, is the British subway. And they are famous for that warning, mind the gap. So you don't step in between the train and the what do you call that? The platform.
The platform.
I'm a word person.
Or
the
pavement, as they
right.
call it there.
So mind the gap. You have to mind the gap 4 times in this puzzle. Here, where it's a rebus going across, but a gap between 2 words in going down. And there are no other 2-word entries in this puzzle, which I think is really, really elegant. Here, it's the Big Apple, with gap being the rebus, and Repo Man as the gap between the words. And Yoga Pants, Ice Age, and Singaporean, and Gym Shoe. And we have minded all 4 gaps.
Yes, we have.
So
Wow.
normally, once you've done the puzzle, what do you do? Do you like dance around and celebrate how smart you are, or do you just go on to something else?
I then begin my day improper.
Okay,
which
so you're
does
a
involve.
you're a morning solver.
I'm a morning solver.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to Shannon Woodward for commenting.
Hey, Shannon.
Thanks
Shannon
for
was
joining
our
us.
guest,
Shannon
our
was
guest
just
2
here last
weeks
week.
ago. We really enjoyed having her
Imminent,
on.
my dudes.
Yes,
This is
and
we got 40 down.
there you go. And we really enjoyed having you on here. I hope you enjoyed it as
Seriously,
well.
this was a
did.
blast.
Thursdays
I
are not
did.
that scary, are they?
Yes, they are. And this one was really harder than I expected.
It was a tough one. Last Thursdays I don't think was that hard, but every now and then I will confess to you that I am rebus blind, and I've been solving these for a very
Oh,
long time.
me too.
I think it's a perceptual thing. I think it's hard to see, but once you get it, they're like dominoes. They all fall.
Yeah.
They do, eventually.
And this was such a tough type of rebus too, because it's not
Yeah.
like you just had to see the letters GAP going 2 ways. You had to actually interpret it as a gap in between
Right.
2 words.
So
going down, which you normally don't do in
Oh,
crosswords.
Repo Man we had too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Bad idea.
I mean, it was very elegant
Yes.
now that it's over.
Right.
But I wouldn't wish it on.
Now that I'm not, now that the bleeding has stopped.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
And we'd like to thank Amy Lucido for creating such a wonderful puzzle for us. We'd like to see more from you soon. Do you have anything that you're working on right now that we can talk about?
Yes, we can talk about my podcast.
Yes, we can.
We were actually guests on your podcast.
Yes, you were. Yes,
we enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed having you, and everybody enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you.
Even people who weren't
Even with my
puzzlers.
questionable spelling bee calls.
Yes, exactly. Raffia. But this week we have a new podcast with Annabelle Gurwitch, the actress and humorist and storyteller.
I love her.
She's
great.
terrific. Very, very terrific.
Can you tell us what her 5 good things are?
I could look it up.
Well, that's okay. No, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. You got to listen to the podcast.
You got to listen to the podcast.
As relates to puzzles, what are your 5 good things?
My 5 good things are the solution, as you call it, the solve.
Yes.
Which is exactly why I grew to love taking Latin in middle school and upper school, because there's a you really find that there is an answer and you can get it.
Yes.
I don't like it if it's too easy. Honestly, I don't always like it if it's too hard either, because then I get frustrated and I give up.
How about the spelling bee?
I love the spelling bee.
Yeah.
I just love
That's
it.
a good thing.
I just
Edited
love it.
by Sam Ezersky, the grid kid.
I love it. It's sometimes I reach genius without getting the pangram.
You know, I hear about that.
I've done that many times.
I've
done it many times.
Sometimes you just have enough points.
Right, but I hate that.
Right.
Because I feel I've still lost, even though I'm a genius.
You got to get the I know some people that just agonize over it until they even get the pangram, like refuse to type in any other words.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
a friend of mine just does it a different way. She
Yeah.
just looks for the pangram and then doesn't do the puzzles.
That's how my fiance does it. And then at the end of the day, we compare our lists. And like I said, together we make one good brain. We usually can get each other to genius, rarely, but occasionally queen bee. Wow. So
impressive.
So my podcast is happening. I'm going to Miami this weekend to the Miami Book Fair, where I'm going to interview some people.
Cool.
I guess I'm going to do a live podcast. We'll see. And then I'm going to visit my exhibits in California for Thanksgiving.
Wonderful.
That's sweet.
That's nice. So you'll be having some nice warm weather.
I hope so. And I'll be holding up this big, humongous baby that belongs to my son and daughter-in-law. Thank you.
When did this happen?
Well, it happened in May.
Okay.
The exhibit was born the same day.
Now, do you just move to double letters at this point, or
I'm
numbers?
thinking of E, but it could be A1.
Okay,
I
A1.
haven't really figured it out. The rules are sort of fluid.
It's nebulous, but that's okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's wonderful
Thank you.
to have you on, and
I've really enjoyed this. I will come back.
So fun. Yes, please do.
I have to say, you have made I don't think I would be so all into word games and crossword puzzles were it not for you two.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Well, we
have so
love
much
them,
fun
and
doing
we
this, really.
hope we know we have a very, very big community of people who love words and love to
Shout
play
out
with
to
them.
all you.
Yes.
Hello, and they can listen to your podcast on my show.
Oh,
which is
please.
Yes, absolutely. We'll definitely. I'll link to that on today's column as soon as we download this video. It goes up on today's wordplay column, which you can find right underneath today's puzzle on the web. If not, you can go to nytimes.com/wordplay or /column/wordplay. I'm not really sure, but
you can just Google it.
Yeah, Google it. It's easier. And right,
I just want to say Prism.
Prism for today's column. You will see today's video if you've missed it and you'd like to see it later. And we will link to your podcast where we were guests.
Thank you.
It was a lot
of fun. Thank you so much.
Anyway,
Prism.
The other administrative department, I guess it goes without saying, we will not have Crosswords live next Thursday.
Right, exactly.
Possibly the week after, depending on vacation schedules.
Right, not really sure yet, but we will be back.
If you need me,
we'll be back.
Yes. If you need me, I can fill in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Come back.
Yeah.
We,
And we
Lisa,
will.
we love
And now,
having you.
now
This
that
was
now
so
that
much
we've
fun.
lowered your fear barrier, I think you're going to launch right into this. I can tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. This is Deb Amlen and Sam Ezersky and
And
Lisa
Lisa Birnbach
for the New York Times. Have a great afternoon.